audiologist. And what brings you into the clinic?
I'm just having a few problems hearing. I'm sort of finding that I've got to ask people a lot to repeat themselves. And I just feel like I'm not hearing like I should.
Yeah, that must be quite upsetting, is it?
Yeah. Well, I hate just saying to people pardon all the time, and I just feel in conversations that I'm just sort of sit back. I don't really talk that as much because I just can't hear it when people ask me questions.
Yeah, no, that's very understandable. Do you have any hobbies, Mrs. Kay?
You can call me Jenny. Well, I play tennis, and so we play tennis, and then we sort of go out for coffee. So I'm a sort of little bit social with the tennis ladies.
Yeah, okay. Whereabouts do you play tennis?
I just at Bandura.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah,
that's just down the road here, isn't it? Yeah.
The tennis club.
I've seen them
here.
playing tennis around here.
Yeah. It's nice and local. So.
Yep. Lovely. Is that just a couple of times a week, or?
Two or three times a week.
Yeah, and you go into the cafes after tennis every time you go, so 3 times a week as well?
Yeah, we usually have a hit and then and then go and have a coffee.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like a nice thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good. It's make a lot of friends that way, We've got a pretty good little friendship group there.
That's good. Is it these environments made you realise and made you concerned about your hearing loss mainly? It's when you have a coffee where you go and have a chat and I just feel like that when you're in the cafe sort of thing that you can't hear properly, like mainly sometimes when there's a lot of people in there and there's a lot of sort of background noise and that. Yeah, that's where most people find it hard, is when there's that background noise, especially in cafes and restaurants and things. So you're not alone on that one, but it must be very frustrating. Do you live by yourself, or?
No, with my husband, and one of my sons still lives with us.
Yeah, no worries. So there's just 3 of you at home?
Yeah, just the 3 of us.
Perfect. So what we'll do today is we'll run through a few questions first, and we'll do some testing, just test your hearing and everything, and then we can discuss the rehabilitation options, and we'll go from there. Does that sound okay to you?
Yeah,
perfect. So we'll just go back. You play tennis a lot and you go out for coffee. Is there anything else that you find quite difficult, like things like going to meetings or having dinner with your family, like even if it's just a free you?
Well, sometimes like when we go out for dinner, like you go up and order something and I can't sort of hear the lady with all the noise. When you order, you sort of can't hear what she's saying.
That's the lady taking the order, or the people? So
I find that, and then I know when I'm sitting next to somebody, it's okay, I can hear them, but if I got to talk to someone across the table, I find it sort of difficult to hear exactly what they're saying.
Yeah. So if you're just talking one-on-one to someone like we are now, you can hear fine.
Yeah. Like that seems all fine, but when you've just got a lot more background noise, I guess really. It's hard to. I find it a bit hard to hear.
Yeah, no worries. So it's just you're just finding it hard listening when you go out for dinner and out for coffee, and then when.
And when I look after my grandsons a little bit too, and when they come over, sometimes if they're in the other room or behind me, I find it a little bit difficult to hear what they're saying exactly when they're maybe yelling and mucking around.
That would be annoying when you can't hear them in the other rooms, but hard to find if they're still there or not. How old are your grandchildren?
They're 5 and 7.
Oh, that's a great age, isn't it? Must keep you busy.
They do. I do a bit of cooking with them. Try and keep them busy. When they're there, so we do a bit of cooking, make a cake, and take them to the park. We go out to the park, and sometimes that's a little bit difficult actually. When we go to the park.
So you find is it the kids that you're finding hard to hear, or mainly just the whole bulk of the noise that's around you makes it hard to hear your grandchildren? Is that?
I think so.
Is there a side that you find is worse than the other, or?
No, I don't think so.
No, so you don't find that you're using your left ear more, or?
No.
Yeah, no, it's pretty much the same on both sides. No worries. Have you noticed any ringing in your ears, like a high-pitched noise, or?
No.
That's good.
Seems fine.
Perfect. And have you got any fullness or pressure in your ears?
No.
No? Any dizziness where the world spins around you, you spin around the world, or anything like that? No? No worries. Do you have any family history of hearing loss at all?
No, I mean, my grandma, she had a hearing aid, but
Yeah. No one
I don't know what.
that was younger, or?
No.
Just
No. Yeah, she
no
just
problem.
had a hearing aid. I don't know what was wrong with her hearing, how bad it was, or anything. I don't know.
That's okay. Do you have any other health problems? Have you had ear infections or surgery on your ears at all?
No, that's all been okay.
Perfect. Alright, so what I'll get you to do now is just a scale. You just have to rate yourself from 1 to 10, where 1 is not so motivated and 10 is extremely motivated. I'll ask you 2 questions. So firstly, if I ask you how important it is for you to improve your hearing, where would you rate yourself? If you can just mark it on the scale for me. No worries. And then the second question is, what would you rate your motivation to wear hearing aids? No worries. So would we say this is about a 7?
Yeah.
And this one's about a 6.
Yeah.
Perfect. So when we're talking about your motivation to improve your hearing, you're saying a 7. Is there a reason why you say a 7 and maybe not a 4?
Well, I'd just like to be able to hear a bit better and understand people a little bit better, or without having to ask them all the time to repeat.
So that makes you pretty motivated to improve your hearing, so when we're talking about getting hearing aids, you put yourself as a 6. So why would we say 6 and maybe not a 3?
Yeah, because I don't know. I just think I'm ready to try a hearing aid now. I'm getting a bit more motivated. Now, but like my friends have hearing aids. Some of them have hearing aids. Are these the friends that you play tennis with? Or the ones that, yeah, that's right. And sometimes I complain about them. They sort of put me off a little bit. But they say they sort of, I don't know, make buzzing sounds or something like that. And sometimes they complain that they're a little bit uncomfortable or not sitting right, sort of thing. But I think my hearing's I'm just noticing it a bit more now, so I think I need to. Yeah, especially when you are up to try that. This part of the scale where you really do want to improve your hearing, it's definitely something that we should be considering, I think. Okay, so knowing your friends have differently reacted to hearing aids, that's got you a little bit confused on how you feel about having the aids and being able to use them and how they're going to benefit you. With that, you say that's right? Okay, no worries. Exactly. So what we can do now is we'll start doing the hearing assessment. We'll find out what the results and discuss those ones, and then from there we can go on and talk about the options for you and rehabilitation and hearing aids, and we'll have a discussion. Okay, so now that we've done the hearing test and discussed the results, and we have concluded that there is that high frequency loss, a hearing aid will definitely help you, especially with voices like your grandchildren that are in those high frequencies and higher pitched voices. You'll definitely be able to hear them better. Now that we have done the hearing test, has your motivation to improve your hearing or to use the hearing aids changed at all? Yeah, look, it makes me even more motivated now. That I want to give it a go and see if it works for me and see if I find it okay. But I think after the hearing test, I think it makes me realise that yes, there is definitely something wrong. It's not just me. No, definitely not. So we'll definitely continue with looking at some hearing aids. We have covered that you're a little bit on the fence about what to believe and what to expect from the hearing aids. What I want to do now is just brainstorm some reasons for and against having the aids. If you just write in the box the reasons that you have for having the hearing aids and why you want them, and then out of the box maybe things that are unmotivating you. So like you said before, the squeaking noise that your friends told you about, that's maybe made you a bit afraid to use the aids. So just write that on the outside. If I give you a pen there, we can discuss those ones. Okay, so from looking at this, we can definitely see that it's those
the social side of life that you're really excited to get the hearing aids for. Obviously that's pretty much all your reasons you've got there. Those ones on the outside, things like changing the battery and cleaning them, they're things that we can definitely help you with. Like, we have people coming in here all the time and we change their batteries, we clean it for them because they struggle and they forget and things like that. We can help you out with that, and I'll definitely show you, you know, the tricks to doing that as well. So, yeah, as much as it is a problem, it's definitely something that we can overcome, and we can do that together. That's fine. Okay, so from today, we've decided to set you up with a hearing aid. I really do think that'll benefit you. Is that what you? Yep.
No,
Perfect.
that sounds fine.
So we can look at the more specific types of aids and colours and things like that in another appointment we might make next week. Next time you're welcome to bring your husband with you as well. They can really help you. You know, there's a lot of information in those appointments. So, you know, if you don't catch it, then maybe he'll catch it and vice versa. It might boost your confidence in those cleaning things and changing the batteries and stuff like that as well. Yeah, perfect. So we'll do a fitting appointment next week, and we can decide on the aids and things like that. And then we'll have a few follow-up appointments as well.
Right, okay.
Yeah, and those appointments, that's when we'll make most of our adjustments and things.
Right. What sort of adjustments do you make? Can you make them so they're louder and quieter or something?
Yeah, so we'll start you off so you're quite comfortable, and then we'll obviously make it louder as you get more comfortable, and just things when in different situations we can change it to suit that situation. And if you're having trouble, you know, we can go over things as well and just find out what's best for you, really. Did you have any more questions about today or about any of the follow-up appointments coming in the next few weeks?
No, that sounds good.
No worries. All right, we'll go back in an appointment.